What's going on, world? It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Back for another review, and joining me is my good pal from Screen Comment, Film Threat, the movie review, the one and only, the amazing Anthony Francis. How are you, sir?
Thank you for that intro. I'm good. I'm good. Hot. I'm hot every day.
It is hot times in the world right now. We're destroying our layer. I don't want to get into politics, but we got to be careful with the fossil fuels that we're using. Mind the planet, take care of Mother Earth. Anyway, I'll get off of my soapbox. Let's get into some entertainment. Let's distract you from the real world shit that we're doing to our planet with some entertainment. Not that there's anything
Okay.
wrong with that. We love our entertainment, but just pay attention, people. Pay attention. Anyway, we're gonna be talking about a film called So Torn that I had the pleasure of talking to some of the cast and the writer director on. Those interviews are available on the channel. Been meaning to do a review for this film, and so I'm delighted that Anthony is freed up to give me some time to talk about this project. But before we do that, let's check out the trailer for So Torn. Here we go.
Your mother, rest her soul, would have been done and gone by now. Not running her business under the ground.
If I were to tell you why I did what I did, when I was broke and alone, would you pity me? Or would you say that my actions were justified?
I see you stitching there, darling. Needles dance, you're so charming.
Perfect crime. Call police. Drive away. Choices. Choices. Choices.
Oh, darn it, Barbara. Do you think your father would approve of your actions?
No, he's going to be very upset. And now he's going to kill me. He's going to kill you. You and you.
Choices. Choices. Choices.
Mobile Seamstress. Suddenly not so mobile. First kill is always the hardest.
Choices. Choices.
All right. Longer coming soon, y'all. It is available on demand, I believe, everywhere out there that you can stream films. Before Anthony and I get in and dig in on our thoughts, our review, a little bit more about the project as we do here. The story, as you saw from the trailer, we got a seamstress who gets tangled into this mix of something gone wrong. We don't quite know yet. We just see this guy that's laid out on the road along with another guy. We see a briefcase. We see her pulling over. We see her taking a look, see what's going on here, and then making a choice. This film is about choices and what to do. And then it gets further expanded on without spoiling, because I don't want to spoil. I want y'all to see this film. This film actually gives you three different choices that she could take on this route with that initial situation, and we see it all played out. I thought it was very interesting in how they did that, and yeah, just quite intriguing. For the cast and crew that I like to always do. Again, I'm going to highlight some specific people, but as a filmmaker myself, it takes a village, y'all. So while I might highlight a few, I'm saluting the many. Because again, it takes a village. So props to everyone involved with So Torn. Your writer director is Freddy Macdonald. Co-writer on this is actually Freddy's dad, Fred Macdonald. So he gets a co-writing credit. Shout out to his pops. where he gets the namesake. We also have the main cast in Eve Connolly, who plays Barbara Dunnigan, Calum Worthy, who plays Joshua Armitage, John Lynch as Hudson Armitage, Kay Callan plays Miss Angle, Ron Cook as Oscar, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But again, salute to everyone on the cast and crew. That's your basic synopsis. I'm gonna be real brief on this because I want to dig in. It's been out for a while, but I also don't want to spoil because I'm sure we're gonna get into it with a review. So Anthony's back on the screen along with myself. Let's go in on this, Anthony. What were your thoughts? I don't know if you saw the trailer prior to. Do you have initial thoughts before you actually dove into the film on So Torn?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I mean, it looked fine. I'm a fan of John Lynch from way back, so it's always nice to see him. Yeah, it looked like, another, what am I trying to say? Everything
Not
goes
like it sounds cookie
wrong
cutter,
real
like everything you've seen before. Didn't look different. It didn't give you some
quirky.
vibes.
Yeah. The vibes, I mean, with the exception of the string and what she did, the trailer is what I'm talking about. It didn't really, but I'm like, yeah, I'll catch it.
Okay,
And I did.
all right.
Yeah.
For me,
But I
my
wasn't like,
I'm sorry,
I
I
was
didn't mean
just
to cut
saying I
you off.
wasn't clamoring to, I'm just
The-
like, yeah.
I got you, and I would say it read the same for me initially. But for me, I had booked. I had already been incommunicado with the filmmakers, the production company. It came my way. Took a look at the
Yeah.
trailer. I'm like, okay, like I had very much the same thought. Although there was some differences that made me probably a little bit more energized about it than you, Anthony. But then when I finally dove in, and we'll get in now into the actual watching the film. I'll toss it back to you. I was blown away when I watched the film, and it made me excited for the interview with writer director Freddy Macdonald and second lead Calum Worthy, who plays Joshua Armitage. Um, Personal note with Calum Worthy, he was a young, I think he was on Nickelodeon or he might have been on Disney. He was a young Disney kid star, if you will. So it was cool to see him kind of transition into, a more wider role, I guess, if you will, more
Yeah.
grown up role. He's a grown man
I agree.
now,
Yeah.
but it just reminded me from watching him on other shows with my daughter. He was on those kid shows, and he was one of those laughable, pranksters on those shows. So it was cool to see this young man growing up and playing in the big leagues now. But yeah,
Right.
when I watched the film to prep for the interview, I really like the concept. As like both you and I, Anthony, we watch a lot of films. We intake a lot of films, and
Yeah.
so this stood out for me. From its opener, and I thought it presented itself really interesting with like this typeset. Well, not typeset, but like the sewing set to bring in the titles and then just to interweave all these threads, if you will. Again, that aspect of it. We're going to present you this situation, and then we're going to take you on the different choices one can make.
Right.
So I wasn't expecting that different kind of take because most films they're straightforward, and if you do a film like this, you got to be on your ones and twos, And I thought for me, this was right there with all those other kind of anthology type films or different perspective types films, and surpassed it in a way. And so I was quite pleased. I thought it was entertaining. I thought everybody played their role. The cinematography was great. I was just like, okay, wow. And then as I read the further information to prep for the interview, to find out this young dude, Freddy Macdonald, writer director, this is his first film out the gate. I was even more impressed. To be one of the youngest directors into, I think, the DGA or I can't remember. His dad, Fred Macdonald, has been a producer in Hollywood for some time, so he kind of had that in a little bit. But also, his work shined on his own. This was originally a short film that
Yeah.
once he got into school, he transitioned it to this full length feature. And I thought, just for me, just an outstanding job. I'm very impressed for a young dude, in college to make something like this. This surpasses guys I've known in the business that has been in for years. They haven't even made anything this good, and they've been in the business for years. So that just stood out, and overall for me, impressive. How about you? I know you had some qualms. You again, you we intake a lot of films, but for me, I just thought it shined for what it was, the story they were trying to tell, and the shots and everything. But for Anthony, how
Um,
what was your opinion?
here, I loved, I loved the opening, and I loved, I'll say, I loved the first half. Forgive me, this is the only word that came to mind, and I'm not trying to be fun and coy, but I like the way it unspooled.
Unspooled,
You
yeah.
know,
I like
yeah,
the in
yeah,
regards to
yeah.
the puns. We're talking about
Uh,
it's punny, y'all. It's punny.
uh, yeah. Um, the firecracker film of the year. I hate that kind of stuff. Um, it it wasn't a slow burn, but it was like a methodical leading you here, to
Yeah.
the point where what is she gonna do? And then, oh my gosh, is everybody on board here? Each chapter is, if there's a phrase I don't need to hear again, it's choices, choices. Anyway,
They did do that quite a
uh,
bit. Yeah.
I did that a lot. No, but so yeah, I mean, it had me. I don't not like the movie. Let me just say that. Um, John Lynch, they build him up, and he, I'm sorry, still getting over the bronchitis. Uh, he uh, he did well here, but it's I don't know if it can be helped anymore because it's been done 100 times, 100 times, a million times. The bad guy, the villain of whatever kind of movie, comes in and they're not evil on the surface. They're kind of mellow. They kind of sit you down and talk to you, and then the old cliche you saw it in the trailer. He's telling, oh, the first kill is the hardest, and uh, and then they unleash, in violence in the end, and it just I like him as an actor, but he didn't bring anything new to that portrayal for me. I mean, this is a million other movies. This I've seen this guy, not the actor, but this character in Snatch, in a million other things. I only said Snatch because I can see it right over there.
Got the poster up.
But but no, he was. I thought the third chapter, if you will, kind of was, yeah, okay, it's fine. Where the rest of the movie was, okay, I'm interested. Let me see where you're going here. I like the actress. I always have. She's been around forever. Can't think of her name. Who played the police woman, the
Oh yeah, yeah,
motherly?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I thought she was really good. Yeah, it's just it was one of those films that I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm interested.
What was missing? It
And
feels
then,
like something was missing for you.
um, just I can't put it into words. Um, Maybe a wallop. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
building, and then for me, it was all right. We built this, and now here's this. That was my feeling at the end, the third chapter, the wrap
yeah.
up, the finale. I love the sewing stuff. I love the credits, by the way. Um,
Yes, yeah,
um,
yeah,
yeah, I loved. It's almost. I mean, we're in movie land here, but it's almost unreal that she would be out on that road, see that, and say, "Boom, hey, I know what I'm gonna do, and I know how I'm gonna do it." And so, but that was all really cool. I
yeah,
just thought and this is my complaint a lot. I think I'm just getting grumpy as I get on, but so many, and I'm not saying this tanks the ending. I don't mean that. I
uh,
just mean the final act is just okay, where everything else was really gripping my interest. But
yeah.
so many movies these days really have a strong start and a weak finish. I'm not saying this is a weak finish. I can't really say why.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you might know what the finish ish, if you want to say it that way.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm with you on that. I think if there's a
I
weak part for
wasn't.
me, that is where it lies. And maybe we'll do like a spoiler quick piece that we'll put at the end of the credits of this episode in case people want to hear us talk the real spoiler for this. Um, I like that it presented these situations and what could be the result of them. But then
Yeah, I
there
like
was
that. That
the
was
the
good.
final kind of third part. Was it like 3 or 4 different choices, if you will? That it was a weird transition.
Maybe.
And to your point in regards to John Lynch, who you've been a fan of, and he's done a storied body of work, wasn't very strong to be the final
Mhm.
result of why this all occurred. And like you said, it
Right.
was very cliched and been done before, so just
Mhm.
kind of was weak. So for me, if there's that a weak point, it was unfortunately him and the role that was presented in that.
Yeah.
That it just made the ending kind of weird. But I like that they would give us that and show you again. I think films all speak to us, and we live through films to help figure out our choices in the world. There we go again. I'm driving you crazy right now, Anthony. Choices. So I like that we got the reality of certain things, and then kind
Yeah.
of like a Hollywood choice and real world choice. What could happen? So
Yep.
that's, I think, just because of the overall presentation, the way it was shot, the way it was acted. And then for me, I guess I'm giving it a pass for a first time director, young dude, that it just shines for me.
Well, I say that too. I mean, for a first-time filmmaker, he really did his homework. The way he lays it out, and because, like I said, I wasn't that interested with the trailer, but I mean, I'm like, yeah, he grabs you. He grabs you, and especially the weird idea she has with the string.
It was very MacGyver-ish, and I was like digging
Yeah,
that. I wasn't
and just
expecting that.
on the fly.
Yeah. Rube
But yeah,
Goldberg type
no,
shit going on. Like, because MacGyver is Rube Goldberg. I'm like, okay, that's very inventive. You
yeah,
know, wasn't thinking this
but
young lady was gonna do this as part of these whole choices, Anthony. I'm trying to drive you crazy.
yeah,
So it just made it different. And again, the way it was done, shot, and all of that, just pleasant surprise in the midst of
yeah. I mean,
screening films all the time.
yeah. If we
Stood
had our
out.
show, which we kind of are on a show now, I can't use this trademark, but I'd say thumbs up. Yeah, I would recommend it to people. It's one last thing on the Lynch character. Excuse me. Uh, there's a lot of buildup for what he ends up being, which is just like your normal, you screwed me over, I'm gonna hurt you guy,
Yep.
and he has to, ever since Tarantino, everybody has to wax poetic about life before they get to the meat of why they're there. Like villains,
Yeah.
like Bond villains, you know, they do exposition, but they're telling him what they're doing and their end goal. They're not like, when I was a boy, I had a bird. I'm like, no. And I went to see Superfly. No, we don't need pop. Yeah. But they've always got to sit down and talk, and they're sinister, but not sinister. And John Lynch underplayed it, which is nice. But yeah, it was like we agreed already. Same thing, same old thing with him. The finale didn't hit for me, but the rest of the movie is really interesting, and the way he does it and breaking it up like that, and this could be this, if you what is it, black sheep, you can deal with this, or you can deal with that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that was clever and interesting, and yeah, so marginal, not marginal, but recommendation for me. But yours is a stronger one.
Yeah, I'd give it a little bit stronger. Not a perfect film by any means, as we said, earlier. And we'll do a quick, spoiler thing so you can just unleash your thoughts on that ending, if you will.
I kind of did.
But
Oh, okay.
in regards to John Lynch, his role who he is to Calum Worthy's character. Well, I already said earlier, Armitage, last name, father. Spoilers,
Okay.
but
I
boom.
forgot. Yeah, I
But
forgot you said that.
yeah, just I thought the way it was shot, the way it was done. Again, I'm waxing, throwing all the flowers at Freddie Macdonald. I am really excited to see what this young man's going to do in the future. As a
That's exactly what I was going to say. I
in
look
our
forward to
business.
his.
Yeah, dude. Just everything. If this is a start of what he's gonna do, he's gonna be a hit maker. He's gonna be doing some big things in Hollywood. And
He
also
is.
wanted to shout out, as I've been looking at my background, I love whoever is the art designer on this. Again,
Yeah.
for this lead off film, spectacular, very classic style where we put all the characters on it. Just the graphic looks great. You give a little moment, the key scene where they're making things, and then this just again using
That's-
the
Yeah.
thread, the gun, just outstanding art direction. So just overall, just everything that was combined with this film, I give mad props to the entire cast and crew. A thumbs up for me. It's not a 10, if you will. I probably put it at about a 7, but
I'm
good
kind of
shit
there
from
too.
a
It's
young
weird.
cat coming up in the game.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No. Yeah. I look forward to his next one. Yeah, really interesting. Really smart filmmaking. He could have gone all flashy with this and he didn't. It's paced very well. Very well. And there's no, look at me, Ma, I'm directing. And I appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's a good film. It's a good film.
all right. Well,
With
there you
a
go. Those are our
great
thoughts.
first half.
Definitely. How can my people check you out, Anthony? Again, we always appreciate you here at the NRW, but you have screen comment, film thread, the movie review. How can we all check you out?
There you go. Themoviereview.com, screencomment.com, Instagram at the movie review. I was hacked on X by a right winger. How do I know that? Because my screen comment name has got all this. My old one's still there, but there's a new screen comment, Anthony, and it's all mega. So I've got to fix that, but I'll soon be back at Anthony. No, I'm gonna have a different name. But at the movie review and Instagram and Facebook and themoviereview.com, screencomment.com.
All right.
X is coming.
If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll have all of those links, and I'll make sure I'll hit you up, Anthony, to get the proper ones to clean up from the hacking. And I'm sad to hear that. So links for Anthony, description below. Go do all the things. Follow, subscribe, support my brother. He's a cool cat. I appreciate him. I'm Kuya P. You're on the NRW right now. Nerds rule the world. All of the links in the description below. Thank you for checking us out. Please like, share, subscribe, do all the things. It really helps us out. And Sotorn, let us know what you think about this film in the comments below. Go check out the interviews with Freddy Macdonald and Calum Worthy. Yeah, really excited to see where this young man's going to do next. So there you go. NRW, Nerds rule the world. Peace.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? I'm one of
Thank
them.
you. Awesome. Kuya P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you,
rule.
Nerds Rule.
Love it.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Yes,
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right, nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
so much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
do. They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.